For the land of the free.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Timberwolves, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, there's the Spurs, 8.5 games behind them.
And I think for San Antonio, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yep, they're already been written off by a lot of people this season. I'm not ready to give up on them quite yet, but they better show me something soon.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Derek White, DeRozan out there with Johnson. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low. And for Minnesota, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Towns, and it's McDaniels in at the 4 spot. Now here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Very few defenders in this league feel comfortable with DeRozan coming right at them on the drive like that.
In one area, I don't think DeRozan gets enough credit. Shot creation. If this guy wants to get a decent look, he is more often than not going to get it.
Greg, the reason why he has a great combination of speed and strength. DeMar DeRozan is comfortable pulling up on a drive or going all the way to the rack. You don't put up the numbers DeRozan has in his career without being elite at shot creation.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
And the pass to Pirtle. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Here's Edwards. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Passes to Murray. From down in the low post, it goes.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Here's Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got his second bucket.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. We talked about the problems that Karl Anthony Towns presents. Coach said there's no way to take away his inside game and his perimeter game. You just have to pick one of those to live with. That is not an easy choice, but it's one that most coaches have to make. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Johnson. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
Well, you bring up some great points. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
McDaniels passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, Walker. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. But they get it back. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 1:25 left here in the opening quarter. Now Russell still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Towns. The shot from the low post is good.
I mean, in a word, resilient. When you think about his interior scoring ability, Towns is able to power through the defense for that one.
Now here's Walker. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Towns with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Spurs trail by 4. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Vassell, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Beasley outside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Got a piece of it. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Gay. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Second shot opportunity. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gay's got 5.
This is the confidence Rudy has in himself, looking to score as soon as he gets the rock.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Starting out his career, Derek White's been the beneficiary of playing for a great coach. Here's what he had to say.
He's been big on me about just believing in myself. I remember one time he's like, it doesn't matter what school you went to, what happened in the past, just believe in yourself, know that you belong here, and good things started happening.
And it seems like White continues to improve every season.
And, you know, whenever we rank coaches, we talk about systems, managing personalities, managing game situations, but player development is usually just as important.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
They've got Towns. Beasley is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Edwards. And it's Reed in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And Towns gets it to go. 12 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Walker against Towns. The pass to Gay. There's the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples. And Smitty, with Rudy Gay, the long-time NBA veteran, Father Time might have taken away what he once was, but, boy, he still finds ways to contribute.
He does, G.A. Rudy Gay isn't the same scorer that he once was. But what I love about it, he's actually playing the power forward position more later in his career. He can still fill up the box score and also add a lot of rebounding. His passing has been underrated for a few seasons as well.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. A different look now for San Antonio. Outside, White. It's Pirtle top of the key. Murray outside.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played.
A risky cross-court pass there, and it costs them. You got to be sure that you can get it there in time before you let that one go.
White against Beasley, and it's sent back by White. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Stolen by Rubio. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Portland, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
I think Minnesota, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Johnson finds White. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. White's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Knocked away. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. And Edwards with the stuff.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Good work there as it goes.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
White trying to get open. DeRozan gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Vanderbilt. Oh, what a play!
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves. Russell comes in for Malik Beasley. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Okogie. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Here's Walker. Basket good. Walker's got his first basket of the night. Minnesota in the lead. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. It's good from long range.
Cognizant of the entire court, Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
Poked away. Rubio with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And now a 7-point Minnesota lead. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. And that one's good by Gay.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
Count the basket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you like and not like about how your team has played so far?
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was all Anthony Edwards all the time in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what do you think about... And that's going to do it for us here. The second...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Johnson is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. It's White on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Passes it to Poeltl. And here's DeRozan. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. DeRozan's got 10.
One of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA, DeMar DeRozan makes a living from this spot.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the Spurs making a change here. Eubanks is checked in. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Stolen by McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Culver's checked in for Edwards. San Antonio also making some changes. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Lonnie Walker in for White. Here's McDaniels, and he finishes nicely on the layup. McDaniels got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And yes, it's good.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Beasley against Walker, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it. And Smitty, with DeJounte Murray, he's got great length at that guard position, and it can make him a menace defensively.
Yes, it does. DeJounte Murray is 6'4", but has a 6'10" wingspan. Still very young and learning about defense, but his instincts off the chart. He could end up being one of the premier defenders in the league by the end of his deal.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
That's a solid blueprint. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And Russell gets it to go.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Vassell, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
51 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Eubanks. Chalk up two there. Eubanks got his first basket.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Okogie, the pass to Culver. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And credit the aggressiveness there. I love it whenever Culver is looking to score. It focuses the defense on him and still able to get the job done.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. White looking around. Jang the bounce pass. And the dunk by Pirtle.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
And Towns throws it down.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Spurs trail by 16. That's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
Here's Walker, and Walker throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Timberwolves on top, up by 16. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1,001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision-making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio is out there with Edwards. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. Here's Vanderbilt. And that one is stuffed right through.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
Murray dishes to DeRozan. Back to Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Towns. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Spurs trail by 18. Murray with it. Outside, White. It's tipped. Rubio against Murray. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Murray against Rubio. Murray surveying the D. White wide open. He fires. Buries it from three-point range.
Demonstrating how efficient he is, Derek has a great feel for when to fire away.
And the basket by Rubio.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 19. That one goes in.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Finished off the break. Rubio's got 10 points here in the second half.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Edwards, that's good.
Excellent setup. Rubio scopes out the weakness in the defense, then exploits it.
Pass to Pirtle. Rubio finds Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
And how about those long strides of Towns? Uses that length so well on these drives to attract contact.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Second free throw, no good. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Stolen.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Hernan Gomez against DeRozan. They swipe it. Hernan Gomez down low. Lays it up off the glass.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And Mills kicks to Lyles. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
DeRozan drops it in from 14 feet away.
That kind of shot is something that DeRozan has worked hard on to make consistent.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.